Hello everyone. Here I am back with the lecture 4 of chapter 1 of political science, that is what is democracy and why democracy. Previously I shared you 3 videos with you, and in those videos you studied about the major features of democracy, that is the government based on the will of people, the major and the minor decisions taken by the elected persons only, free and fair elections, one person, one vote, one value, rule of law, and respect for the rights. Now we are moving towards the merits of democracy. Merits means advantages and the good things of the democracies. Students, you must learn the various words which are used to frame the questions, because the words are always given in the twisted form, and you people thought that you have not studied that particular topic. That is why it is very important to learn the various words which are used to frame the questions. So it can be like that: tell the merits of democracy, or explain the advantages of democracy, give argument in favor of democracy, and so on. It is a very important thing which I am telling you. It usually happens with the students that they forget that when they read out the question, if the another word is used in place of the word which teacher told you. It happens with many of the students, that is why I am telling you. So the merits of democracy are: first one is the rule of majority. Rule of majority means this government there is no such supreme power who can take the decisions alone, and there is not a single person who is working for the country or running the government. There are so many people, so many leaders and representatives, all are working to run the government. For examples, we are having this chief minister in the states, and in the central government we are having the prime minister. Then at the highest authority one president is also there, and at the lower level MLAs, MPs, and local governmental forms are also there. That is why here is the rule of majority. If we talk about the state government, the CM also have a cabinet, PM have a cabinet, and a CM also have a cabinet. Cabinet means a group of leaders which work for the country and work for the CM or the PM. They took the information from the people around them and from the lower persons or the local bodies and the other governmental departments, and they make a collective report and they forward to the CM or to the PM. In this way the working of the government runs, and our problems and our suggestions, advices go to the government in this way only. So here no one is having a supreme power, and no one, not there is not a single person who is ruling the government. It is the majority. Democracy is all about the majority. There are number of peoples who are working to run the government, and this is the most good thing for us. Why it is good? It is good because they have to take the suggestions and advices from each other to implement any of the rules, regulations in the country. If a single person is working and ruling the government, they never ask to people or to other persons that which rule should be implemented or which rule should not be implemented. That is why it is the merit of democracy. Next one is accountable government. Accountable government means the people or the leader will be answerable to the government. This government is more accountable form than the other governmental forms, because in these government people are people used to give explanation to the citizens of the country. It is very important, because when a king or queen used to be there or a dictator person used to be there, it shows the whole power are in their hands only, and they never gives answers to the people, and they never took the feedbacks from the people. They never give chance to the persons to do to tell the problems and to share their views and to express their feelings. But in a accountable government, the leaders and the representatives are answerable for us. If we are asking anything to them, they must told us. And even if we are not asking them, it is the responsibility of those people that they have to give answer and they have to give explanation to us that why and what kind of things are happening in the country. Suppose if we talk about present scenario, the pandemic disease is going on. So why PM Modi again and again giving the speeches to us? Because this is the most accountable form of government. If such kind of thing is happens in non governmental form, then the king or the dictator never gives explanation or answers to the people that what have to do in the country, what they are doing, why they are implementing the things, or why they are, if they are doing or if they are not doing, they never give answers to the people. But in democracy, it is a very accountable government. It should give the answers to the persons and make them feel comfortable. Even the people are free here to criticize the government, to express their views and to do the protest also. This, it is the feature of the democracy. That is why, so accountable government is the another merit of democracy. Moving towards the next, that is the scope for the good decisions. In democracy, there are always more scope for the good decisions. Why? Because here, mm, decisions has to be taken in the various steps. Not even a single person can give the decision regarding any of the thing. If we talk about a criminal activity, suppose uh, a criminal is there, he has given his case in the lower court, he is not satisfied, then he can go to the higher court. If he is not satisfied with the decision of the higher court, that person can go to the supreme court also. It is, these are the rights also, and these are the methods to give the decisions. Then if we talk about to for making any of the law in legislature, there are also so many stages has to be passed. Like Lok Sabha makes a bill, then it bills goes to the Rajya Sabha, then that bill goes to the president, and if all the three person agreed with the bill, then only a rules become a law, a bill becomes a act or a law and ready to implement in the country. So here, always here in democracy, there is a scope for the good decisions, because so many procedures and so many steps has to be taken, and the full procedure has to be followed in departments also, in governmental departments, and in if you talk about the police station, if you talk about education department and health department, and so many other departments are also there. Everything is having the working of a procedure. They are having a procedure to do the work, and through that procedure only the decisions are to be taken for the country, especially in the government. In government, that is why there is always the scope for giving the good decisions. Next one is deals with conflicts and the differences. The democratic form of government always deals with the conflicts means problems with the people, and differences means India is a huge country and there are so many culture, religion, caste people are living here. It has huge diversity of the people. So democracy every time deals with them. They think about each and every person, and they give this solution to the people. They always ask them, they always deals with them, they always do the work for them, and they all are free to make their own groups and political parties so that their problems may reach to the government. In a non-democratic form of government, it do not happens because dictator never heard the problems of all the peoples, even uh, if a major group or the minor group कोई सा भी हो, they never listen. But in democracy, all the things has taken in the grip and given a very modified way to deal with the problems. Suppose I'm giving you an example, like every time elections are held in our country after every 5 year or 6 year, but it is a very huge thing for a political party if they lose. It creates problem, it creates a bad mindset, and it can create the violence in the country. But it never happens, or if it has happened, but it is only verbally, it never happens in the violent form, that the people are doing the bad things with the other persons. Why? Because there is a strategy, and government has a fixed thing. They know it that after 5 years they are again going to get a chance to make their government. This is the dealing with the conflicts. So in this way, the so many diversity, so many cultures and religion and castes are there. Our government, our constitution has given the right to them to make their own political groups and to make their own political parties. They are free to express their problems, they are free to uh, contest the elections. If they are willing to promote their culture, they can. So it gives the more scope or more wider area to the people to tell their things. They can express it very well. That is why this form of the government is very good for the people, that every person is having a right so that they can tell their problems and express their views also. Next one is the correct its own mistakes. This is the very good advantage of the democracy, that in democracy there is always a scope to correct their mistakes. If suppose if government has taken any wrong decision, if they have implemented any of the wrong law in the country, then we people, the citizens of the country, are having right. We can protest against them. We, through various of the methods, rallies and speeches and other things. And the legal method is that the people of the citizen can file the PIL in High Court or in the Supreme Court. PIL means the public interest litigation. Previously also I have told you about it, that what is the PIL. So PIL is a manpower, the power, it is a power for the common people, that we can file the PIL in the Supreme Court. And this right is given us from the government side only. Constitution has given us this right, that if the government, any of the rule or regulation, we find that it's not good for us, we can file the PIL. And if the Supreme Court gives the decision that yes, the law is not correct, then government obviously took that law back, they abolished that law. So in this way, there is always the scope to correct their own mistakes. If government is doing any kind of mistakes, they are always answerable to us, they tell us, and even they are always ready to correct their mistakes too. And all these things in the democratic country are openly uh, in front of the people, so that we can understand the things. Democracy is all about the participation of the persons. If the citizens of the country is taking more and more interest for being a good citizen of the country, then a democratic country becomes more stronger and more good. This is a very good thing that the people used to do. If they are criticizing, if they are telling, if they are advising suggestions and the things, it means the people are the active citizens of the country. They are taking interest in that, that what is happening in our country and why it is happening in our country. It should be there. So these are the features of the democracy that I told you. And here is the merits of the democracy are the end. One more time I am just giving you a brief of it, that the merits of the democracies are rule of majority, accountable government, next one, scope for good decisions, next, deals with conflicts and differences, next, correct its own mistakes. Do study it and tell your views to me also. Share your problems with me. I am always there for you to solve your problem. Thank you so much, everyone.